Confusion is one of the top diseases that no one can cure it. Even the top doctors cannot come up with a solution. On this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the secrets YouTubers are using to market their own business without spending more money on marketing. So if you're new on this channel, my name is Samuel Masia. I've been running a production company for over 10 years. And on this channel, we talk about business, marketing, and more about personal improvement. So in this 10 year of my life running a business, there's a lot of things that I discover. The problem was I will always go online because you know the YouTube is the highest search engine in the world. And now go online and search the solution or how do you make money? How do you market your business? Only to find out I was always confused, not even understanding where to touch. Sometimes, I'll grab that information, but immediately I'm on my own. If I have to apply that information, I'll become confused. And it took me some years. On this confusion, I realized that the only way I can find the solution was to sit with them down and only to find out these people, most of them, they don't do one-to-one thing unless you pay them a lot of money. What they do, they will do one-to-many. So I changed my strategy of how to check them. Instead of listening to what they do, I went down to start researching about them. And this is the secrets that I came across. So let's start. Let's go on the secrets. On my research, I discovered 7 strategies that they use on everything that they do. They don't spend much money when they're still starting up. So instead of making sure that you listen to them a lot, firstly, research them. Where do they come from? How did they start it? Okay, let's go to the 7 secrets that YouTubers are using. Number 1, firstly, what they do, they choose the line of market. They choose the market. In other way, what they do is they choose. When you choose the market, you can choose the market. Alex Homozy used to say, you need to choose the market that is in pain. So what they do, their very powerful secret is they choose the market as soon as possible. But let me tell you the secret. These people doesn't mean their first choice of choosing the market is perfect. What they do, they go into the market and then along the way, what they do, if you can go back and check their videos, they change over and over and over and over on the videos that they do. Why? Because along the way, that's when they discover the perfect and niching. So in other way, if you niche, yes, niching is just to choose the market. For instance, or maybe somebody can say, I choose the market in music. In music, we got jazz, we got Latin, we got Batanga in South Africa, we got hip hop, we got all these things. But firstly, you can choose the line. Maybe you can even say, you go a little bit down. You can say, okay, fine, I'm choosing into hip hop. Into hip hop, we got like different types of hip hops. For example, in South Africa, when we say Afro pop, there's lots of Afro pop. So don't be stuck on the first decision. Don't be stuck on this thing of saying, okay, fine, I'm not sure whether this industry is perfect, no, you're gonna discover along the way. The more you walk into the way, that's when you discover. Myself, when we were running these businesses of stages and sound and everything, I'm telling you, it took me a long time. I remember when I started, I had to advertise everything. I had to advertise stage, sound, lighting, live band and everything. Now is the time when I started to discover that what is working is live performance. So don't be stuck on the decision on choosing which one is going to work, which one is not going to work. So let's go for the second point. What they do, they don't spend money when they are still starting. Let me tell you about my mistake, what I did. When I started, I left my job and then all my savings and everything, I took it and started to invest in my company. Started to buy stages, started to buy a lot of things, only to find out that the area where I was, normally they didn't want the bigger stages that I had. So it means the first thing, I didn't understand the people that I wanted to sell to. So what I noticed about these guys, what they do, they make sure that when something is still very, very small, they don't invest money on it. There's this guy, his name is Fusi Tembekwayo. He's a South African top business person. So what he did, a long time ago, he used to share videos to young entrepreneurs. He used to make groups of session where you share information about business, teaching us about business. I was normally checking his videos on YouTube, and I was asking myself, why this guy, his YouTube videos, they are not quality? Because this guy like is a rich man, you know? And when I started to check all these YouTubers, especially the top YouTubers, what they do. Let's look at Mr. Beast. When he started, he didn't have anything. But normally, even the top YouTubers, they do. They don't take lots of money and put it when they are still starting. What they do, they check something that is easy to use. It's going to be less in terms of amount, but this thing can impact a lot of people. So one to many. So when you're still starting, don't take a lot of money and start to invest on something that you are not sure about, and start to buy cameras that are very expensive, start to buy computers that are very expensive. No, what you need to do is just to go to the market and start to understand your market. The market is the one that will tell you, because the market have the needs, the wants, and the demands, and all those things. So be careful when you're still starting. Don't go and look for money when you start. Just go to the people. The people will tell you what do they want. Let's go to point number 3. Point number 3. These people are very wise. They use the strategy of the pastors, or they use the strategy of Google. They use the strategy of Facebook. What they do is they give first. You know, let me tell you a small story. Man. One day I was with my wife, man, and then so it was in the morning, and then so my wife told me that we were speaking about this pastor. And then my wife was like, okay, you know, this pastor, what the thing is, he doesn't have this and that and that. I think we must buy things for him and this and that. And I was wondering why my wife wants to buy another pastor something. And what I realize is the pastors, the strategy that they use, if you listen to, there's this pastor in South Africa, my wife listened to him each and every morning. This man, if you listen to him, he gives first. He doesn't talk about himself. He doesn't talk about anything. What they do, these people, they give first. They give. I think even in the Bible is there. Give. Try me. I'll give you all these things that you want to this world. So use the strategy of giving first. Go to the people, give, while sitting down and checking on what are the things that people are struggling with. For example, YouTube. YouTube is so rich. Why? It given us the platform for free. Just imagine these people, they give you the platform. But look at what they do. Behind the scene, they check on, the companies, a lot of companies are coming into YouTube and they're looking for people that us we have. YouTube doesn't have people. We have the people. And the YouTube, look at what they do. They sell to those companies for our people. It means YouTube is the middleman. But how did he find out YouTube? It's by giving first. Give first. Learn to give first when you start a business. So all these YouTubers, if you can check, the top of the, like Alex Homozi is giving us, this person is giving us all the books. This guy changed the market. Learn to give first. This is the biggest strategy the pastors they use. And along the way, people are willing to give them, to give him money for, just because this pastor every morning, he talks about you. He doesn't talk about himself. It's the power of giving. Point number 4, the biggest struggle that people we are going through is finding ourselves and acquire a lot of information, but we don't take action as soon as possible. So this top YouTubers, I listened to Ali Abdallah, but I'll just share the video. What he did, he read the 100 million offer, 100 million leads. What he did, he didn't read 27 books. No, what he did, he took that one book and started to read one chapter, make action. Read one chapter, make action. Read one chapter, make action. So these people, the top thing that they do, they make sure that they take action as soon as possible. This is one thing that also I'm still struggling with. Along the way, I realized that lots of answers, you don't find them while you're looking for information. Information is just part of it. It's just to lead you to the right direction. But more learning, you find it when you are on action. There's no need of sitting down and listening to these people each and every day. Just to listen to one video, if you find that this video is useful for you, make sure that you spend time doing actions. So there's information. You will find yourself sitting the whole day wanted to find about, let's say, marketing, or you wanted to find about the business, and only you're going to, after this video or going after this over, take one video, learn about it, sit down about it, try it. I think this is the powerful secret, that if you can apply it to anything that you do, I'm telling you, you're gonna be the fast learner. I realized that I wanted to. I still remember when I started to sing. I started to sing when I was old. Every day, every morning, I will wake up and go to the studio, and I started to try. But after 3 months, 4 months, I could hear that something is changed. Just for now, I stopped a little bit because of some situation, but I'm still going back because I still want to fix some certain things before I can go back there. Point number 5. Point number 5. Why I'm laughing on this one? This is a big secret. Learn to steal. Don't be that person. Say, I want to be the first person who invented the glass, or who invented. Learn to steal. Sit down and check if, let's say, you chose the path in music. What you need to do is just to make sure that you look at the person that you love, or you can collect 3 of them, and then check the kind of songs that people they love. What rhythm did they use there? What story did they tell there? And then take that thing and start to use it in your own way. I remember when I started, I wanted to write new songs from scratch, even new sound from my head. When I give it to people, people don't, okay, this is nice. But you could see that people, they're not really familiar with this thing. Until one day I sit down, I took one song and I just changed the chords and everything, and I put my lyrics on top of that. I stole something and start to tell my story on top of it. These people, what they do, if you can check, you sit down, you check Alex Hormozi of a book. This guy, you will see that some of the strategies are, when you go back long time ago, you check some guys, I'll just share his picture here. If you can check, those are the people that will always share the thing of an offer. But Alex Hormozi took it, used it in his own way. And this guy is powerful. He made sure that if these people, whatever that they are selling to us, he made it for free. He stole something that these people are selling this thing. Him took this thing and started to give it for free and started to explain it. There's a lot of people that are talking about 100 million offer, but Alex Hormozi took it and started to do it in his own way. I made that big mistake also. I remember when I wanted to create a song, I'll spend hours. So look at what is working, steal it, and use it in your own way. Let's go to point number 6. The YouTubers, what they do, they don't spend time doing the job. This is their powerful thing. They always even share this thing. They make sure that as soon as possible, when they have money, they move the jobs, like let's say editors, the people that will create thumbnails and stuff like that. What they concentrate on is to become sellers. And then after they find customers, they take that job, they take it back to the labor. So don't find yourself spending time as a labor person doing the actual job. The problem, I think, that made me burn out, I was trying to, I remember I wanted to edit the video, I remember I wanted to do the mixing, I remember I wanted to do the video, take the video. Remember when we talk about one video, only this video, we're talking about lighting, we're talking about camera operation, we're talking about sound, we're talking about script, we're talking about planning, we're talking about, there's a lot of things in just one department. If you're talking about in the live music only, you're talking about rehearsing, you're talking about music directing, you're talking about all these things. So my problem that took me for some time is I wanted to become a worker. In other way, I was employed in my own company. So I've been doing this thing for some time. I remember there was times where I have to do stage, sound, lights. I have to play bass. I have to do, this was so terrible. Sometimes I remember you find myself, I didn't sleep the whole night. And the other thing is when you charge very low, you will end up doing all these things. So these people, what they do, they charge very high and they go and sell. Immediately they finish to sell. When you like whatever they sell, they take that thing, they put it back to there's people behind them that are working, and they move as fast as possible. I was speaking to this friend of mine. She's the firstborn. So what she's helping on his father's company. And unfortunately, she's doing everything. She wants to be everything. And last time she was called me, she was like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I feel like I can find a holiday. She's very tired. So the only thing is to learn to build the systems as soon as possible so that you can move away from things that needs your hands. Point number 7. These YouTubers, okay, when they start with this thing called one-to-one. What that means is they come to you and then they want to help you one-to-one, explain to you or wants to find out what is it that you are struggling with. But these people, they won't spend the entire maybe 6 months. It will depend on the number that they have. If let's say they have 100 people telling them the same thing, they move fast to use that from one to many. As soon as possible, they use things like YouTube. This is one to many. Blogs. Once too many. Live stage. The other thing, there's a lot of people that money comes in because we spend time on what we are doing. Like, for example, somebody that is working. So learn to move as fast as you can from one to one, something that will take your time. Learn to move as soon as possible to one to many. This is the secret these people are using. These are the 7 points. I'm using them at the moment and they are working for me and they're giving me numbers. So I'm not sure if I left some of them, but if like you feel like I left some of them, let's share into the comment. Let's communicate into the comment. If you love my videos, please, you can subscribe there, comment, so that we can create a place where we're going to be sharing things like this if you are struggling in making a decision of what you want to do in businesses and stuff like that. Okay, thank you and enjoy your day, evening, or cheers.